the world of military aircraft has been dominated by the US and Russia for decades, with very few countries reaching the sophistication to create aircraft to match them. Recently, however, another country has joined this group, China. This is China's Chengdu J-20, supposedly able to match the F-22 in stealth capabilities, and has a further attack range, but is this plane a paper tiger or a powerful dragon? The first question you may have is, how did China get access to this stealth technology? This itself is a great feat of its own, as the Chinese military had little experience in designing aircraft themselves. It goes back to the year 2007, when a team of Chinese hackers gained access to top secret information about the F-35 Lightning II at Lockheed Martin, where critical stealth technological secrets were leaked and used in the construction of the J-20. This becomes apparent when comparing the aircraft from the front, where they look almost identical. But to explain the airframe and advanced targeting systems, we have to look back to Russia, where an Su-33 was reverse engineered by Chinese engineers to provide airframe technology. In 2009, Shenyang and Chengdu presented designs where Chengdu ultimately won the contract. In 2011, the aircraft took its first flight, and by 2017, the aircraft plans had been finalized. The J-20 demonstrated technologies from the best of both worlds to create an aircraft built for the needs of the PLA-AF. What sets the J-20 from being a simple copy of the F-22 and the F-35 is its pure size, measuring in at 21.4 meters. This means that it can carry a total of 6 missiles within its missile base, such as the PL-12, PL-15 and PL-21, which gives it better range than the F-22 and F-35. Recently, in 2022, a variant of the J-20 dubbed the J-20B was spotted as a two-seater variant, marking the first 5th-gen aircraft to have a two-seater variant. The plane also carries a set of deltoid wings to boost maneuverability. The aircraft avionics aims to achieve situational awareness for the pilot through use of advanced sensor fusion and stealth, while denying the same for adversaries through electronic warfare. You may ask why so many nations emphasize stealth, but in a modern war where precise weapons decide who wins and who fires first often wins the engagement, self-concealment is an extremely important factor. The missiles on the aircraft are extremely potent, with the PL-21 having a 300-kilometer range, meaning that if oppositions are detected within the range, they can be quickly defeated. What is interesting, however, is that the aircraft lacks an internal rotary cannon or any sort of close-range projectile weapon, meaning that the aircraft is not designed for close-range combat. What this reveals is the deeper philosophy of the Chinese military, who rely on surprise and range to defeat their enemies, which comes directly from the book The Art of War, which modern Chinese military officers commonly refer to. The wings of the aircraft also include slots to carry additional weapons and fuel tanks. However, this jeopardizes the aircraft's stealth signature, making it easily detectable. The main reason for this is likely to transition aircraft between airbases rather than to be used in tactical situations on the battlefield. The engines on the J-20 are almost as miraculous as the aircraft themselves. Until very recently, the Chinese military was unable to produce military-grade engines and relied on imports from Russian factories to maintain their internal military programs. While this worked for a while, the Chinese military quickly realized they needed new engines to sustain supersonic flight. In 2011, the first J-20 flew with a modified AL-31 variant, developed by Salyut. In 2015, the WS-10B engine was also fitted onto the aircraft as prototypes, and in 2022, the WS-15 has reportedly been used in testing. The WS-15 is perhaps the most interesting of the engines from China so far, with a thrust of 180 kilonewtons, enough for the aircraft to maintain stable supercruise. The most important part of the aircraft, however, is its stealth. The J-20 uses a holistic approach to stealth to minimize its radar cross-section, which is remarkably similar to the F-35 and F-22 models. Models with the WZ-10 manage to avert the disadvantages of rear aspect stealth being compromised. The J-20 also uses a combination of canard wings, leading-edge root extensions, chimed forebody, modified radar radome, and electroconductive canopy to reduce its radar cross-section. It also has divertless supersonic inlets, internal weapons bay, sawtooth edges, mesh coverings, embedded antennae, and radar-absorbent coating materials, which all boost the radar cross-section of the aircraft. Some have raised doubts about the canards on a low observable design, stating that canards would compromise stealth, However, these critiques are largely unfounded, as canards and low observability are not mutually exclusive designs. Composite materials are also applied to minimize the J-20's radar cross-sections. The J-20 stealth design is superior to that of the Russian Su-57, and its stealth profile could be further enhanced as the program matures. Perhaps the most amazing thing about the J-20 program is not the aircraft itself, but how quickly it entered mass production. As of 2022, China maintains a fleet of at least 200 J-20 aircraft, half of the US total F-35 stock. What is shocking is that since 2006, the US military has made at least 890 F-35s. This amounts to about 55 per year. The J-20 started manufacturing in 2020 and has averaged about 100 aircraft per year. That is almost double the US manufacturing output and shows the Chinese manufacturing is rapidly improving. All in all, this aircraft is a combination of the strengths of the East and West. With stealthy design and long-range missile, the J-20 forms the backbone of the Chinese PLAAF and will be used for many years into the future. With this aircraft in its arsenal, the Chinese Air Force is surely a force to be reckoned with.